Now at 8, a break from the cold. Yay! Temperatures in the 40s today with tons of sunshine to kick off your weekend. We're getting a little spoiled, but just how long should we expect this warm up to continue? We've got meteorologist Mark Strell breaking it all down coming up in a minute here. Plus, a CTA bus caught in the crossfire. We're going to tell you how a 13-year-old boy got hurt in the chaos. And a Fox 32 exclusive. This is a one-on-one interview with the former Suburban cheer coach. A text message got her fired, but now she's firing back with claims of sexual harassment. Also, the largest township in Illinois is giving away thousands of toys and food baskets this holiday season. We'll have a live interview ahead of that big event. That's just a little bit later on in the show. Good morning and thanks for watching Good Day Saturday. I'm Jenny Milkowski. We start with some breaking news right now. One person was hurt after a car crashed into a Burger King on the city's west side. Now, officials say a 29-year-old man was driving when a car cut him off and then he lost control. That happened in the 3900 block of West Chicago. Police say the man's car hit a person, then crashed into that Burger King. The 36-year-old pedestrian was taken to the hospital in stable condition. Police did not issue any tickets. Also breaking overnight, a fire at a downtown high-rise. It happened at Ontario and State, a building that's called the Ontario Place. Some of you guys know it as that. Flames could be seen shooting out of one of the units inside. Crews immediately responded to the scene. We're waiting to hear if anyone was hurt and just how that fire started. A 13-year-old caught in the middle of gunfire while riding a CTA bus, good news is expected to survive. Police say two people started fighting at a gas station in the 7800 block of South Ashland Friday afternoon. A third person then pulled a gun, started shooting, first hitting a 28-year-old man right in the ankle. The shooter then fired shots in the direction of a CTA bus. That's when that 13-year-old boy who was riding the bus got shot in the neck. He was rushed immediately to Comer Children's Hospital for surgery.
He was working, and then they just started screaming, they shooting. People was laying all on the ground and everything.
So far, police don't have anyone in custody. They say neither victim was the intended target. A driver's decision to beat a freight train ended in tragedy. Police say the driver went around the gates when the train was approaching and didn't make it. It happened early yesterday morning in Melrose Park. The driver was hurt. The passenger, Jocelyn Morales, was killed.
It's hard. I still can't sink in that my baby's gone.
We're working on finding out the condition of the driver.
She's not coming home.
Now to a Fox 32 exclusive. A fired cheerleading coach is speaking out this morning after she lost her job for texting a student. After deliberating behind closed doors for 4 hours this week, the District 230 school board fired Bridget Gouzior, citing this text as the reason to let the Stagg High School coach go. Now, the district says she violated school policy when she sent a text message to an athlete, which also included some profanity. Gouzior said she sent the message to an athlete and a parent, and she didn't know the policy. That's what she's saying. She was suspended back in August. That's when she filed a complaint against her former boss, the athletic director, alleging years of sexual harassment. Gouzior claims her firing is a retaliation for that.
When this all happened, I decided that it would probably be easier for me to stay quiet and walk away and settle with district and walk away. But
the Illinois Department of Human Rights is investigating the complaints against the athletic director. A school spokesperson says they're also investigating the claims of sexual harassment. Now to the shakeup at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Kim Foxx ran on a message of reform, but last night one of her top aides resigned after Fox 32 raised questions about money paid to a law firm. Our Larry Yellen broke that story.
State's Attorney Kim Foxx accepted the resignation of Shaka Patterson, who she herself had brought on board from the prominent law firm of Jones Day to run her Civil Actions Bureau. Patterson supervised the 80 or so state's attorneys who handle civil litigation. 6 weeks ago.
The sentence is life in prison for a suburban woman who killed her 7-year-old girl she was babysitting. Elżbieta Plackowska was sentenced without the possibility of parole. Plackowska stabbed the children and 2 dogs to death in her home in Naperville back in 2012. Prosecutors called it a brutal, senseless murder and said it was an extremely emotional case to prosecute. The FBI looking for a bank robber who's been a little busy. He's hit 4 different banks since Wednesday. He robbed 2 Chase branches in the Loop. That was yesterday morning. Also a U.S. Bank branch in Austin on Thursday and a Fifth Third Bank branch in the South Loop on Wednesday. If you recognize this guy, please call the FBI. The GOP seems to have the votes to pass the latest version of their tax bill and hopes to send it to President Trump's desk by Christmas. Here's some of the details of this latest version. The top tax bracket for the wealthiest Americans, that's going to go down to 37%. The corporate rate is lowered from 35% to 21%. The bill retains a deduction for medical expenses. It also keeps the exemption for graduate school tuition waivers. The child tax credit was expanded in this latest version. It would also eliminate Obamacare's requirement that Americans must buy health insurance. But the popular deduction for state and local taxes used by many of you guys in Illinois will be capped at $10,000. Some experts predict that could trigger a 10% decline in home values in higher priced neighborhoods where sales, well, they're already soft. Disputing that, Congressman Peter Roskam. The Republican represents DuPage County, where about 78% of homeowners have used that very local tax deduction.
Home values track with economic activity historically. As the economy grows and expands, home values increase. There's just no question about it.
Representative Roskam predicted passage of the tax plan would lead to 37,000 new jobs across Illinois. The exact impact on the deficit? Well, we don't know it yet. However, the earlier tax bill versions passed by the House and Senate each added more than $1 trillion to the deficit. If you're planning to fly through O'Hare for the holidays, a possible strike could put a huge kink in your plans. Restaurant and concession workers have voted to go on strike. They've been without a contract since August. They want more affordable health insurance. They want higher wages. Both of those sides met on Thursday, but the union says they're still really far apart on key issues, and a strike could happen at any time. Speaking of travel, you may want to avoid the roads next Thursday night. So according to AAA, that's going to be the peak time for holiday traffic. The hours between 4 and 6 p.m. will be busiest. Well, that's already rush hour, right? When you combine holiday travel and then plus that rush hour commute. Nationwide, more than 107 million people are going to travel between next week and New Year's. That would set yet another new record. It is 8:03. You're watching Good Day Saturday. The date is set for the royal wedding, but it's causing conflicts for Prince Harry's best man. Oh boy, I've got those details coming up next. Plus, Alexa, she's making headlines for her potty mouth. Yeah, you heard me. The surprising bad language recorded during a kids game on Amazon's Home Assistant.